That's hot.
Oh, yeah.
Fitzy and
Sweet as.
Wippa.
To the podcast. Welcome.
Yeah. Hi.
Conspiracy theories. God, a couple of years we've had a few loonies come out, haven't we? The
Mate.
old 5G tower one. Oh, my God.
I heard a ridiculous one yesterday.
What?
How's this for a conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
Someone tried to tell me that you were once a good footballer.
Whoa. That
nah.
is... Nah.
Impossible.
Nah. There's no way.
Yeah.
No, at least I had a kick. I didn't retire at the age of 18.
Huh? Didn't believe it.
But we are talking about one conspiracy theory called birds aren't real. This guy has got such a following that he got onto the 60 Minutes program in the US, which is one of the biggest shows over there. We'll talk about that soon.
Fitzy and Wippa.
All right, welcome to the show, guys. You can tell by that music. May the 4th be with you.
Oh, no. Mate, you don't have any right to be a part of this
You
day.
know, I've got a friend, Georgie, and it's the only way I remember her birthday because even her husband couldn't remember her birthday. But May the 4th be with you sticks in my mind. Send flowers on May the 4th be with you.
How about you sit down with your
Stand
kids?
Star Wars, mate. Anything
You've never seen it.
anything intergalactic.
Your kids would love it.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Return of the Jedi. Oh, it's a lightsaber. Get him, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He's
Oh, I'm not your father, Luke. Who are some of the other ones? Jabba the Hutt.
just for everyone out there,
Is it Jabba the Hutt?
can you tell everyone what your favourite movie is?
Well, we could go from Gladiator
No,
to
no, no.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
Coming up third, new into my top 3 list, could be Top Gun, guys. Maverick, the new one we saw the other day, Fitz. I'd like to add that to the list.
It's a broad range.
What's the name of the girl in the show with the hair, with the squirrels in the hair, like little
Princess Leia.
Princess Leia? She's
Carrie
in there.
Fisher,
Yeah.
Oh, Artudito.
Your R2D2 doesn't speak. He
Oh,
makes
doesn't he?
those noises. C3PO speaks. That's
Yeah.
the gold.
C3PO.
That's the gold robot.
Sounds like an insurance company. Is he? So he's the gold
The
guy.
gold
Yes.
robot is C3PO.
Right.
Yeah.
And
You're more Jar Jar Binks.
who's that?
He's
Just
the
some
one. He's
stupid
the one that
thing.
everyone dislikes.
Yeah. He's annoying
know
and he
what?
should be knocked off a rocket.
Even
or
at
something.
school when I was younger and I didn't want to see the movie, every kid had the figurines growing up, you know, that you could buy.
Yeah.
So I made Mum get me a couple of those just so I could be part of the Star Wars group at school, just because all the kids had the
How
Star
sad.
Wars.
So you've never seen it? And you had,
No,
and you
oh, here
bought
you
the
go. Oh,
figurines?
look, guys, this looks like cool. Should we play together? Oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi, back off me.
Buying friends.
C3PO.
Oh, no, this is really sad. Really sad.
Anyway, that's my take on Star Wars. I've probably said
You've
enough.
nailed it.
For May the 4th be with
Stick
you.
around for next Wednesday morning. Another movie review over here by Bill Collins.
Ever felt like a holiday after your holiday?
Plan your getaway now and make up for missed holidays with whatif.com.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable so you can book with confidence.
Booking cancellation windows apply. What if? It's Aussie for travel.
Do you know what? I have a bit of a chuckle at this, but conspiracy theorists. And you know what? We've been seeing quite a bit over the last 2 years with the pandemic, and you know, you really learn a lot about friends and people.
Pandemic. There's no pandemic. It's 5G, mate.
It's
The towers. It's 5G towers.
the other big one is on Facebook, and you're usually friends with people that you went to high school with, and then you learn a lot about these people. But it's not just, vaccinations and the pandemic and all these conspiracy theories. A lot of people do have theories about different things.
Yep.
Just everyday things.
Mate, this is Lisa's sister Nat. Whether it's September 11, whether it's aliens, whether it's the pandemic, there's always another theory on what's actually going on.
There's
Doesn't
always.
stop. And they believe it and they sell it in like it's gospel.
Well, I would love to hear from you. 13 24 10. Give us a call if you ever went out with someone who had a theory and stuck by it and was adamant that was true, or you may have a friend that you may have lost because you were like, oh my God, this person just doesn't stop talking about it. Get involved. This guy, his name is Peter McIndoe. He's 23 years of age. He is the creator of Birds Aren't Real. And this movement has become so big in the US that he actually got on 60 Minutes over there.
Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real.
Explain that.
Okay, well, I'll let him explain it to you, but here's one of his theories.
What bird is most suspicious to you?
Really, every bird.
How do you feel about seagulls?
I don't trust them. I'll tell you that. Have you ever been to the beach and you got some food left over and a seagull comes over and tries to get it? That's not because it's hungry. You know, the mainstream media wants to sell us this lie that, oh, birds are hungry. When in fact, the seagulls are taking your food to bring it back to the Pentagon for DNA harvesting and testing.
Oh, my God. You know what? I thought...
When you actually think about
my
it,
God.
it's not a bad idea.
I thought flat Earth was one thing. I mean, to think you could train every bird to be a homing pigeon and pick up DNA to
He's
fly to the
adamant,
Pentagon.
though. He thinks that is true.
Well, I feel sorry for the birds here at the fish markets.
Oh, yeah,
the seagulls here. We've got to fly all the way to the Pentagon. Guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you in a month.
Imagine a seagull just rocking up. I've got about 5 different chips, 5 different DNAs.
Yeah.
Where do I leave them?
Someone else stole my chip. I'm sorry, we're halfway there.
It can be really draining when you know someone who is a conspiracy theorist. But I would love to hear from you some of the out there theories that you've heard from partners, from friends, from family members.
What about the guy who was a flat Earth theorist and he built his own rocket? He built his own rocket to shoot up into space to see to take some photos from that vantage point to prove that the Earth is flat, right? He died.
Yeah, he died.
His rocket blew up.
Yeah, he went up. He didn't know how to get back down.
Yeah, he couldn't do it.
That's a bit
Homemade
sad.
rocket. What are you doing, mate?
Got a couple of good shots, though. Nelson in Engadine, what conspiracy theories did your mate believe in, Nels?
So he's got, he believes that the Queen has actually died and he's now a reptilian. And he also has told me that there's 110%, without seeing it himself, that there are pyramids in Antarctica.
Oh,
Pyramids in Antarctica. I haven't heard that one.
No.
I
Built by the Antarcticans.
Is he quite serious, or is this after a few beers, Nelson?
No, this is quite serious.
Yeah. See,
He goes on the dark web and studies it, all that sort of stuff,
Oh,
you
my
know,
God.
and
I think I've heard the Queen one before, that she passed away last year sometime.
Oh, I think to look at her, she's
well, I don't
barely
know.
alive.
Oh, she's still side saddle.
She could be a reptilian, you don't know. Talia in Watanabe, what conspiracy theory does your friend's mum believe in?
So she suffers from obviously a bit of like brain issues or something, and she genuinely believes that the government like follows her around and that all cars with yellow and black number plates are government cars and they're following her.
Oh,
And
no.
she had like a lot of other beliefs about the government as well, but that was like the main one, that they followed her around and they were always after her.
Do you know what? My husband won't let us plug in any of the devices around the house that help, like a Google or Alexa or anything, because he reckons they're listening.
Well,
100% that would be.
Yeah.
we had a WhatsApp group. A guy sent through. How's this one? So Jamesy's a mate of ours sent through a joke, a written joke. He thought it was funny, so he read the joke out to his wife. And then instantly on Instagram, something popped up of a girl telling the same joke.
Oh, that's creepy.
As a sponsored
Oh,
post.
it happens all the time. You're in a conversation about a product, and the next thing you know, there's an ad. One of our neighbours believed, how's this, that there was a Chilean group of thieves that were roaming the area, and any time you saw a drone in the sky, they were flying over the houses to plan their break-in.
Yep.
And the drones were
believe
surveying
that.
the area before
Why were they Chilean? It's a long way to come.
I know, but you travel internationally when you're the best.
Nikki in Windsor, what conspiracy theory did your date tell you about?
Oh, hi guys. He had this wacky idea that the vaccination had teeny tiny microchips in it and the government were following everybody's movement. So everybody that was vaccinated was being tracked by the government, by the microchips in the vaccination.
Did he
Really, really, really micro nano chips.
Did he bring this up on the first date, Nikki?
It was within the first kind of couple of conversations. So I was like, you know what? No, thank you.
Dude,
Don't
you're out.
worry about
You're
it.
done and dusted. You're gone. Jim in Smithfield, last one. Conspiracy theory. You got one, Jim?
Hey guys.
Hey, mate.
Yeah. I've just got some clarification of the 5G.
Yes.
I'm
Oh,
a
yeah.
field engineer.
Yeah.
So it doesn't affect you unless you're standing right in front of the antenna. And if you are, it fries your nuts, right?
Okay, hang on, Jim. Jim, can we wind back a tick? So you're suggesting the 5G tower.
If you're standing right in front of the antenna, it'll fry you from the inside out.
It'll fry your plums. Yep.
Have you seen
Otherwise, it doesn't affect you at all. All our modems broadcast 5G in our homes, and it doesn't affect you at all.
Nothing to do with COVID, Jim?
No, it's got nothing to do with COVID.
Jim, have you seen it? I mean, have you seen someone fry from the inside out?
I work on antennas, and we've got to turn them off.
Oh, because they're getting too strong, Jim.
Now, if you're standing right in front of it, it does. It's a microwave, so it does fry your nuts first, actually.
Jim, can I ask how many of these nut-frying towers do we have in the state?
I work from behind it, behind the antenna, so...
Yeah, but Jim, is there anybody in the industry that you know that maybe work on antennas as well that have had their nuts fried?
No, we're all precautious and we're warned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Unfortunately, Jim, what's going to happen is that there's going to be a group of young lads this weekend that are going to track down a 5G tower and they're going to dare each other to stand in front of it to see whose nuts fry first.
Roast almonds.
What they're worrying about is they're putting them on the telegraph pole, so they're quite low.
No, this is, I mean...
Should we be wearing some sort of steel box?
Or a cricket box?
You can get protection for it.
Okay, what does that look like, Jim?
Looks like a cricket nut.
Right, so if anyone needs you in the nuts and they break their knee, you'll know that you're very 5G wary.
Oh, honey, look, they've installed a 5G tower on our street.
It normally looks all shriveled up.
I might get a bell on mine, so you know I'm coming. Love to know if you've managed to get yourself out of a fine. Might have been a police, might be the parking officer, could be anything. We want to know how you got out of it. A group of girls. It was all getting a bit loose on the harbour, guys. If you have a look at what's going on here, you'll see there's a group of girls and they are having a good time. They're not wearing a hell of a lot. There's bikinis and G-strings on this boat. They've been drinking. Might have been a boat shed. Don't know about the ownership of the boat, Fitz. What I do know is they were drinking, they were speeding, there was no life jackets, there was no safety gear, but they were having a great time. The water police turned up and said, girls, what the hell do you think you're doing? You're all in a hell of a lot of trouble.
Were you and Hamish driving the boat? Or
no,
right.
No, you've completely misread this one.
Sorry.
We were not on board.
This is not a local story.
No. We are not on the boat, mate, and they are not our wives. That's not my wife's bottom, and that's not Zoe in bikinis.
I have been on a boat with you with similar girls like that.
That was
for your
Bucks party.
that you organised.
Yeah, that was pretty.
They got paid them, Fitzy. These
Or
girls
did
are.
John, your old man, organise that, didn't
Well,
he?
what I loved about that was hearing Dad speak to one of the girls that was helping out serving drinks, Fitz, and Dad's conversation as I walked past was just like, oh, look, there's some great university courses out there. And, you know, and if it's the entertainment or travel industry you're into, university is a great place to start. John, I know what you're looking at. Stop trying to hide it. Come on, mate.
John also got her a gift similar to Kanye's to Kim.
Yes, he did. And
I've tracked it down.
The weird thing is, that was 8 years ago. Dad's still catching up with her for a drink. These girls said to the police, all right, we've done the wrong thing. We understand. But let's be fair. What if we have a game of rock, paper, scissors to see if we should be fined or not?
Well, let's focus on the cops here.
Yeah, that's not on.
They said, no worries. 3 rounds. The girls, even though they'd been drinking, managed to outsmart the police officers and avoid the fines.
You're not outsmarting someone in scissor, paper, rock.
It's not like you're at the bar as well. Remember Toss the Boss?
Oh, yeah.
That was a great game, wasn't it? So either the establishment pays for your drink or you do, and it's just heads or tails.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I think they deemed that illegal after a while, didn't they? We used to do that at uni all the time.
I would also suggest having a look at the pictures of the girls on the boat. The police probably came back 10 minutes' time just after that to make sure everything was okay. And probably 10 minutes after that, and maybe 10 minutes after that again.
That's not on. If they were unattractive girls, there would have been no talk of a game.
That is not fair.
Okay.
That is not fair.
Here we go. If you're going up against a police officer, rock, scissors, paper, okay, what is your first move? In ready? We can say it at the same time.
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1.
Taser.
Rock. Yeah, see, I would go rock.
Yeah, I
Fitzy and I would be safe.
You'd
You'd
go
be
rock.
off the boat.
Yeah, I
What
would
did you say, Taser?
Taser.
Oh, right.
Don't never go Taser. Damo in 5, Doc. Welcome to the show, mate. Good to have you on board. Did you get out of a fine, did you, Damo?
Yeah, mate. I was on my P place, and I had an XR6 turbo, and I wasn't supposed to be driving it with a turbo. And
with the turbo, yeah.
Pulled me over, slapped me with a 10-point fine and a pretty hefty fine, and took it to court. And pretty much said to the judge, doesn't say turbo anywhere in the car. How am I supposed to know?
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, well, I guess you're right. I said, I'm just a uni student. So yeah, and they got rid of it, and didn't end up losing my license.
Well done, Damo.
The fact you took it to court, Damo, just to say, hey, there's no turbo on it.
Yeah, well, how would you know other than if you're a mechanic? That's what I said.
Well, this is the thing.
Good call,
and if
Damo.
you're a what's P-platers? P-platers, the fastest you can go, the L-platers is 80, isn't it?
Isn't it 90 for a
Is it
P-plater?
90?
Don't know anymore.
If you got a WR6,
Oh.
and every time you're driving it, you can
Turbo?
hear this.
No, you wouldn't know.
You know
Damo
what you're
doesn't know.
driving.
Still no idea.
Brian in Rouse Hill, how did you get out of the fine, Brian?
Hey guys, good morning to you.
Yeah, you too, Brian.
Lovely to hear from you.
Listen, mate, I did the runner on the train, mate. I jumped the barrier,
Yep.
Oh, no.
knowing that my Opel was short, still had to get to work.
Yep.
Got on the train, the transit police come through.
No, look out. You're gone, Brian. You're gone.
Leg it.
You run as far as you can up the train. The train pulls up. I bailed out of the train, ran back 2 carriages, and got back on. Still wasn't late for work.
Great
Wow.
move by the Brian.
Genius, Brian. Did you feel clever for the rest of the day?
Yes, mate, I saved myself $200.
Well done. Well done.
I mean,
Just a little bit of stress. But besides that, you turn up to work sweaty.
I want Brian to win the 10,000, Tommy.
So do I.
Me too, actually.
Good luck,
yeah.
Brian. You're in the running. 10K a day in May.
One more, Dan in Ingleburn. How'd you get out of a fine, Dan?
Morning, boys. Love the show.
Love you, Dan.
Thanks, guys. Basically, we were coming out of our car park, and we might have been going a little bit too fast. And, sirens went on. Copper pulled us over. We both freaked out. My mate said, just jump out and do what I'm going to do. I'm like, all right. So we jump out. We start waving our arms around. Anyway, tells the copper, we're looking for a spider on the dash, mate. So he spent the next 10 minutes looking for a spider. Forgot about us speeding and let us off.
Wow, what a good idea.
You're the art of distraction, Dan.
The art of distraction, that's correct.
Oh, my God, it was a giant
Waving our
huntsman.
arms around. Yeah, I was like, Dad, you should have seen the size of this thing. We just went to the tip earlier.
That's still not bad.
that's pretty good.
I remember this distinctly. I've told you this before, but Mick Fitzgerald, Dad had the switchboard blow up in his face and he had burns over his body. Dad used that, I reckon, for 20-odd years.
Aw.
And whenever he'd get pulled over, he'd go, mate, I'm a Sparky.
Yeah,
He
sure.
was he still does it. He's retired. He's been retired for 10 years. Look at my burns, mate. I'm a Sparky. I'm on work cover. I can't afford this fine.
Because it wasn't
And
just...
they always feel sorry for him and he gets out of it.
It wasn't just his hands and face, was it? Because you're on a car trip where he opened the radiator that time and he was in his shorts, didn't that?
Oh, yeah, he took the radiator cap off and it was overheating.
Yeah, never.
And blew up into his nether region. He had to drive all the way up to the Gold Coast with blisters on his groin, Sarah.
No.
It's really-
Great effort.
That's so dangerous.
It's really awkward when the police pull you over and he says, look, I'm burnt, have a look at this. Oh, Jesus.
Burnt sausage.
My God.
He could still, with those blisters on his groins, he could still belt me while he was driving the car, and I was in the back seat, Sarah.
What a
He is
man.
a
I was
master.
teasing my sister so much. He was an unbelievable
Hey,
effort.
burnt sausage. Straight ahead.
Jacqueline's given us a call from Dapto. How'd you get out of a speeding fine, Jack?
So when I was on my red P plate, that was a few years ago now, I was driving in a 50 zone. I was doing 70, so I was way over the speed limit.
Yep.
Got pulled over, and I gave my license to the cop. He took one look at my last name, and he said, I'll be telling your dad about this when I get back to the station. And then he just let me go. So I got home, and I said to my dad, do you know any cops? And he said, no, I don't know any. And then I told him this story, and he thought it was hilarious. So there's some little girl out there, poor girl, probably got blasted by her dad for doing speeding, and they've gotten me off the fine.
Have you got a unique last name or is it something like Smith?
No, it's Pringle.
See,
Pringle.
You know what? I think
Once you pop.
He's just done it just to teach you a lesson, Jacqueline. And this is what I always thought if I was ever a cop.
Yeah.
There would be a moment every now and then where you let someone go.
Scare tactic.
It's a scare tactic and said, I'm going to tell your dad, don't do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, because then you've gone home and told your dad.
Exactly.
I like
I
that.
went home and told my dad. He thought it was hilarious.
Well
He
done.
thought I didn't even get in trouble. He goes, you know what? I'm not going to get in trouble because that's a funny story.
Good on you. Good on you, Pringle.
Michael in Green Valley, how did you get out of the speeding fine?
Morning, lad.
Morning, Mick.
Mate.
How are we?
Strong.
Hanging in there, mate. It's been tough.
Boys,
Tough
before
couple
we
of
go
years.
any further, I've been trying to get a key ring for the last 3 years. What's the
Oh,
chances?
you've actually snuck in by 2.5 minutes.
Wow.
I
And
know,
Michael,
I've been hanging on the phone. He's shaking.
all right, you've got yourself a key ring. I'm going to give Jacqueline a key ring as well. You're part of the 6 o'clock club now, Mick, but you need a story
beauty.
for us.
Mate, I was it was about 5 or 6 years ago. I was on my Green Beach, and we were driving back from KFC, trying to make it back before the footy kicked off. And got pulled over by a highway patrol, and he said to me, mate, what's the rush? He goes, you were smashing it down Cow Pasture Road. He said, what's going on? I said, mate, I'm just really hungry. I want to eat my KFC. And he looked in the car, and there was 4 of us, and he goes, give me a nugget and I'll let you go.
Oh, wow. Nugs can do that.
I grabbed the nugget. I was a bit hesitant, but we gave it to him and we got out of there.
You preferred to pay the fine, did you, Mick?
Yeah, I was a bit spilled. I would rather give him cash.
Oh, that's funny.
Nuggets should be a currency in themselves, shouldn't they?
What a trade.
We like the Life Improver. How good's the Life Improver? Oh yeah, the Life Improver. Your life improver.
I mean, these are just, we just started this at this, 2022 is a bit tough. Fair bit of brain fog going on, and we need to be motivated for a big year ahead. I feel like we're coming through it now. Do you feel like the fog is starting to
A little
ease?
bit, but this segment, to me, it's helping everybody with the craft and the idea of working smarter, not harder. Tricks to life, secrets to get you through your day.
Life hacks. Heidi in Richmond, give us one, please. We need it.
Good morning. The thing that my parents do, because they're in their early 60s and they're a little bit forgetful, is they actually tell Google or Alexa, they've got Google, where they've put their phone or their keys, so that when they can't remember where they've put them, they just say, hey, Google, where have I put my keys? And then Google will tell them.
Oh, because they have the...
That's
Like
amazing.
the Apple, the AirTag.
I did not know. So every time they come up, I mean, you would have the one spot that you put them every time that you come home, but every now and then do they just leave them in a certain place? And because you can set it up in every room of the house, can't you, with Alexa?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm confused. So you're saying they have an Apple AirTag on their
No.
keys?
So when
No, it's just the like the Google Home, like the Google Minis that they have at home. So they just say to that, hey, Google, this is where I've put my keys on my phone. And then when they're going to go out again, they say, hey, Google, where did I put this?
So they
And
plug
it'll
it in.
tell them where they've actually put it.
Got it. Plug it in to start with.
Actually, can I just say I used the AirTags for the first time today. Didn't know where my keys were.
And how does it work? Like, I don't have one. So does it then bring up a map or show you how close you are?
So what happened last night when I got home late from work?
Drinking again.
I dropped my bloody chapstick, my aloe vera chapstick, down the side of the seat, Sarah.
Yeah.
So I went into the back of the car and I forgot that I left my keys in the back of the car.
Oh, Fitz.
So I'm going, where are my keys? I've got no idea. Use the Apple AirTags, and as you get closer, it's sort of like getting hot and cold, hot, cold. Then it tells you you're only 1 metre away, and there it is.
In the last week, I reckon you've left your wallet in the office 3 times.
I'm starting to lose it.
And then you come back up and go, bugger it, there it is.
Starting to lose it. Hannah in Erskine Park, give us a life hack.
Yeah, so you know how you put your rubbish in the bin and all the flies come kind of moldering over.
Yep.
So if you spray WD-40, they actually won't sit on your bin and they'll be gone for a few days.
So WD-40 gets rid of flies, Hannah?
On your bin, yeah.
Are these fruit flies, the tiny little fruit flies, or just normal?
No, those normal flies. Or any fly, I guess.
Get rid of them for a couple of days.
Yeah, but see, that
sounds a bit arduous.
Do you want the smell of WD-40 in the kitchen?
Oh, make sure your bin lid's running smoothly.
That's the outside bin. The outside bin.
Yeah.
Okay,
got
got
you,
ya.
Han. Got you.
Hannah,
thank you.
Great little life hack. You can try it at home. Ruth in Ashfield, what's your life hack?
Hi there. Yes, you know how we're coming into winter and your clothes hit you because of static electricity. So if you use the static spray, that works great. But the other option is to make sure your legs are moisturised. Put moisturiser in your hand, turn your dress or your pants inside out and put your moisturiser hands down the inside of that and it won't stick to you anymore.
Okay. I mean, were you saying about the clothes sticking to you? You're worried about getting zapped when you move around or touch something?
Sticking to you because it looks bad. You know how it just sticks to your legs?
Yes.
And it looks just really bad.
I've been. This is another sign of age. I've been moisturising my legs lately.
Oh my God!
Because they've been getting quite dry.
Your skinny leg jeans, they must have a lot of static because they're really sticking to you.
Well, you're right. You are right, Ruth, because it does. The jeans do then stick to your leg with your moisturiser.
Yeah.
So now I need to moisturise the inside of the jeans. Is that correct?
No, it's not the moisturiser sticking to the moisturiser. It's if your clothes are sticking to your legs because of the stack of
Oh, but your legs have never felt smoother, mate. They're
and
so
they
soft.
look magnificent.
Oh, yeah.
Steve in East Ryde, life hack, mate.
Good morning, guys. I think yesterday I may have discovered a game-changing life hack. My TV remote stopped working, so I changed the battery as you do, and it still didn't work. I folded up a little bit of aluminium foil and put it between the battery and the terminal, and it worked beautifully. And went on a rampage through my house, and I found 3 other things that I fixed.
Right, so just with the hour foil fixed all of them, Steve.
Folded up a bit of aluminium foil, fixed a wall clock, fixed a kid's toy, and fixed another remote.
So you've got a problem with your connection of one of the batteries hitting the point.
It.
So you're using the foil as a conductor.
That's it.
All right, Steve. Okay. If anyone's
Stevie.
having that problem at
Oh,
home,
my
use a bit of
God,
our foil.
Steve.
Last one, Lauren in Avalon Beach, life hack.
Yeah, guys, look, I have got a life hack, but let me tell you first, the eggs in the jug works a treat. I actually tried it. I thought, hey, I'll have a go, and it worked exactly.
So you boiled your eggs in your kettle.
Did you have to do 2 cycles, though?
No, I only just did the one because I even timed it. I got Google to time how long the jug was taking.
Yeah, yeah.
It became very scientific. I thought, what's my life come reduced to? But anyway.
So, Lauren, the other question that we need to ask, does your coffee taste like egg at all? No.
It tasted normal.
You don't want to crack an egg in it, though,
I'm
do
going to
you?
do it when I get home.
You're cleaning out your whole kettle if that's the case.
Do you know what, Sarah, I think...
A couple of confusing ones this morning.
There were a few.
I actually like Heidi's, the first one, with her parents, where you tell Alexa when you get home...
Sounds good to
where
me.
your keys are. So if you ever forget them, you just go back to your Google and they tell you where your keys are. Congratulations, Heidi.
Well done, Heidi.
Yay.
Heidi, I'm going to give you a double pass to the Sydney Comedy Festival end of festival gala, and everyone that got on the show then, you're in the running for 10K a day in May.
We like the Life Improver. How good's the Life Improver? Oh yeah, the Life Improver. Your life, improve it!
The new way we work, guys. We have our job, but we also have our side hustle. Everybody loves the hustle and everybody's doing it. We did this phone topic the other day. What's your side hustle? So many calls came through.
I'm a tradie by day, and by weekends and just my free time, I edit YouTube videos for TikTok.
I'm a nurse by day, and by night I go live on OnlyFans.
Okay.
So I'm a paramedic by day, and then by night I'm a DJ. I'm a civil engineer by day, and I play video games professionally at night.
Here's one for you.
What do you got, buddy?
Just had a mate that sent this through. So there's a young fella by the name of Jack. He looks like he's about 11 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
His mother's put this up on Facebook. After 2 years of researching, writing a business plan and hand selecting the best toys possible, Jack's dream came true today, installing his first claw machine.
Oh, skill tester.
At the Leichhardt Bolo, Sarah.
Awesome.
Been there. Thank you, Al, for giving us a trial run in the club. Jack's entrepreneurial streak has astounded us. We would love for you to check out his TikTok page full of claw machine vids and tips. You can go to Jack in the Box Official 1 or go to his Instagram account, Jack in the Box Amusements.
Jack, how do I win one, man?
How's that for a side hustle?
Yeah.
Starting your own claw machine, skill tester.
I can never win anything, but anyway. Good on you, Jack. I love that,
He's
buddy.
picking his own toys.
How's this? One couple. Let's get back onto OnlyFans. My page hasn't really taken off, mate. Not many subscribers at this stage. I need to update it with a few more racy shots. You know, I was in the Step 1s last night, Leno. Huge fan of the underpant. And I was wearing a white pair. And I had a look in the mirror and I thought, now I could up the dollar average on my OnlyFans if I took a photo in that.
Can I suggest something?
My wife said, get them off and go to bed.
This is not even being rude.
Yeah.
Why don't you do weird body things?
Like what,
Make
mate?
that your angle.
What do you mean?
Remember when I started working with you 11 years ago and you sent me the picture of the boil on your bottom?
Oh, yeah, I
And
remember
you said
that.
get your
Wasn't a
sister
boil.
to diagnose this. It was a boil.
Your sister sent me something back.
But why don't you do stuff like that? That could be your niche.
Embarrassing
weird body
bodies.
parts?
Yeah. I'm not
Oh,
even kidding. Like,
have a look
you've
at
got
me nipple.
excessive hair. Like, people would get off on that.
Oh, tricep hair. What do you guys think? $4.95 a month if you want to see it.
Didn't we send
hairy
Wippa
my
to the Embarrassing Bodies caravan?
Yes.
Dr. Ginny?
Down at
That
Circular
was fun.
Quay.
Mm-hmm.
We should get the audio of that.
No, we
actually, what
shouldn't.
They
They
discovered.
said there was too much to do, wasn't there?
They
That
said,
we
where
don't
do we
have
start?
time.
We're over-embarrassed.
And you said, am I going to get on the episode? And they said, well, we wouldn't mind doing a whole series on you.
Good.
Got 10 eps out of it.
It's
It was
extraordinary. All right, let's start with his head. This couple on OnlyFans, they don't do anything too revealing, but what they do is dress up as Tarzan and Jane. You know what? I think Tarzan and Jane, believe it or not, wore more than these two wear in their clips, but there's certainly not anything too graphic. But at the same time, I think why people are blown away by it, because it looks like he's found the old glass barbecue, and she doesn't look like the healthiest of girls either. So the two of them, and they make that sound on their page, Leno. He stands on the bed, beating his chest, making that sound while she jumps up and down.
Well, Tarzan was raised by monkeys, wasn't
Yeah, this guy wasn't. He was
So-
raised by junkies.
Are they, if it's only, do they get it, is it a bit raunchy?
Not too raunchy. Want to know what your side hustle is. What about the guy that we had called the show, and he was making the fireworks that he shoots up? Were they fireworks? Yeah, they were. And he packs it full of loved ones' ashes. And he's a truck driver at the same time. So he said 10 years ago he might get one order a year where he packs the ashes into the firework.
Yep.
Now he's doing 8 or 10. And people are paying $5,000 to $10,000 a pop.
Yep. You just stand on top of the firework, and your relative just goes off into your face.
See,
I've remembered forever.
Yeah, I've lost an eye.
What a great day.
I'll never see my loved ones again because I just got blinded. What is your side hustle? That's what we're going to know this morning. You've got your job, but on the side you're making a little bit of coin. Blair and Elwood, welcome to the show. What's your side hustle?
My side hustle is going to scrapyards and finding broken tools, so drills, clamps, anything like that.
Oh,
Storing them and
scrappies.
selling them for a little bit more.
Oh, good on you.
The tool industry is pretty lucrative, Blair, isn't it? So, actually, we just did Life Improver before. We had a lady who said when you've got the old rusty tools, Blair, leave them in vinegar for a couple of days. They come up as brand new. Do you do that?
That can work. I usually use electrolysis to fix them up, but yeah, you can use vinegar as well.
So, Blair, give us an example. You might find something for $20.
So yeah, let's say I find a broken Bosch drill for $25, $30. I'll change the brush motors and fix whatever's inside and sell it for $120, $100.
See what I mean?
See, Blair, this is great.
You spend a lot of money at the tool shed.
Yeah,
don't you?
I
Which
do.
is,
It's amazing. Well, I've got an account there. They just know me as I come in. Fitzy, just the usual. I said, yes, please. Why are you walking funny?
Doesn't matter. Pete in Maroubra, what's your side hustle?
I do hairdressing and cleaning during the day and security by night.
Which one are you enjoying more the most at the moment, Pete?
I like all three, but security's pretty easy.
Okay, what do? Are you kind of guarding a gate or something like that, or are you getting around the little car cutting laps?
Currently a construction site.
Okay.
I used to do pubs and clubs, which I'll go back to soon, but I'm just happy getting paid watching Netflix at the moment.
Have you ever busted anyone, Pete, and given them a short back and sides, or?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
You stay down, or I'll give you an undercut.
Stay on the ground. Your hair is horrible. I will fix that for you right away.
Get him. Snip, snip, snip.
Gian from Kashula, what's your side hustle?
Hey guys, so during the week I'm a surveyor, and then by weekend I do my landscaping and lawnmower service.
Oh, man.
Isn't that amazing?
Do you have a day off at all, Gian?
No, pretty much 7 days a week. But I like the hustle. I like earning some coin.
Yeah,
good on you, buddy. What do you do with your money when you make it, Gian?
Well, I'm trying to save up because I'm going to Europe next year.
Yep.
So I'm trying to save up for that, and also because I'm a young fella, so I'm trying to save up for my first home as well.
Man, that
party
is
time.
Great effort.
Isn't it?
You're 2 days off from work surveying. You're out there mowing lawns. Good effort, Gian.
Well done, buddy.
Nathan, in Revesby, what's your side hustle?
Mate, we design and print geeky T-shirts, so graphic tees.
Yeah, right.
And they popular, Nath?
They are. We go to the smaller conventions, so comic conventions, and meet all of our fellow geeks and nerds and sell them T-shirts, the graphic tees, yeah.
So, Nath, outside of that, what else? Do you have a normal job during the day, or...?
Yeah, certainly do. So I'm a brand manager for a company that produces spray guns and airbrushes and air compressors.
Oh, so are you using the equipment at your actual job to do your side hustle?
Sometimes I will do a body paint T-shirt where a pretty young lady's dressed as Wonder Woman or something like that, and I'll airbrush her with the body paint.
That's a different side hustle all again, mate.
Sicko, Nath. You're a sicko.
Well done, buddy.
Nath, what's your most popular shirt, by the way, before you go?
Probably our Mando tee. So it's based on the Mandalorian, and it's a mashup between the Mandalorian and Back to the Future.
I'll have to get one.
It's the Mandalorian. So.
Mandalorian. Hey, Nath, you want to give your business a plug?
Yeah, mate, it's Geekdom Tees. So we're an online store, so geekdomtees.com.au, mate.
Oh,
Geeks
well
and
done.
Tees.
Geeks and Tees.
Good on you, Nath.
Let's go one more. Chris in Liverpool. What's your side hustle?
OnlyFans.
Oh, Chris, okay, we don't get too many gents calling through with an OnlyFans page. I thought I was the only one. Chris, you making a bit of money, mate?
Yeah, sure am. Just within the first month, this is just between me and the partner, mostly partner, some me. It's about 75, 35, vice versa. It's about total 4,700 within the first month.
Wow, what's so unique about your OnlyFans page, Chris?
I guess, I don't know. It's hard to say. Just appearance, the way you act, something unique that stands out.
Oh.
So
Do you do a bit of
people look for
bit of role play, Chris, or do you do scenes and stuff, or what do you do?
Yeah, it depends on what, I guess, if you guys have done your research, it's depending on the content that people want and are into, it's pick and choose. So we'll agree to, between myself or partner, we'll choose what we want to do, how we're going to do it, and yeah.
Chris, is it guy and girl or guy and guy? What?
It's myself, guy and girl, my partner.
Right, okay.
Chris.
How interesting, Chris. And so how much do you charge a month? Is that how it works? Yeah, monthly payment?
People can subscribe and not subscribe. We're free. My partner would kill me if she knew I was talking about this. It's free to subscribe to us, but depending on the content that's requested or invited, the price is put on it.
Oh, yeah. So you're like, you can request.
Yeah, so
you
if I say,
do you guys play tennis? Can you show me a Spanish backhander or something like that?
New balls, please.
Right. Then they go, yeah, sweet, you get out the Yonex, Sarah, and you just do it back out down the line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm a huge music fan. Have you got any trombones?
Knew that was coming.
Well done.
Yeah.
Got a good one.
Trumpets
new
there,
one.
or
Looks a bit rusty.
Oh, this is... Well, but you know what? It's a side hustle, and Chris is happy. He's going to get into trouble for talking about it on the radio, but he's in the running for 10K a day, mate.
Yeah, honey, how'd you win that?
The Fitzy and Wippa Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.